Welcome, everybody, to the Prosperous Divas Living Wealthy Beyond Well-Being Seminar. This is session number 5. We have come a long, long way. And tonight's workshop, Beyond Well-Being, the fun begins. The occurring world of command, bold requests, and no power. That's NO, no power. Creating and managing conversations for fulfillment. The energy, integrity, power builder. I, I am beyond excited. Diva Robin, over to you.
Hi, I'm beyond excited too. Thank you, Ronnie B. And thank everyone for joining us tonight for session number 5 of Living Wealthy, Beyond Well-Being. The fun begins. Yay. The Prosperous Divas, let me tell you what we stand for. The Prosperous Divas stand for equality, mutual respect, valuing the unique and divine contribution of others, honoring life in all its wondrous expressions. Thank you for allowing me to grow and evolve from your participation. Thank you for your courage and willingness to look deep and go beyond. Before I share the intention of the seminar, let me introduce the rest of the Prosperous Divas. Diva Nakia, thank you so much for being here. What is the occurring world you are creating for yourself and the participants tonight?
Oh, wow. Okay, so what I am creating for myself in the world is self-empowerment. So therefore, I can be able to be creative and create from absolutely nothing but a clean slate, a clear chalkboard. I am creating a life of excitement and inspiration, love, and hope.
Excitement, inspiration, love, and hope. Wow.
Absolutely.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for creating that.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Diva Janice, thank you so much for being here. Tell me, what is the occurring world you are creating for yourself and the participants tonight? Diva Janice, you here? We can't hear you.
She's either muted or still in China.
Or what?
Or still in China.
Or both. Muted in China. It sounds like the name of a movie, right? Well, I'm going to go on to Diva Jacqueline, and I know that whatever Diva Janice is doing, she's creating something powerful for the occurring world. Diva Jacqueline, thank you for being here. Tell me, please, what is the occurring world you are creating for yourself and the participants tonight? Diva Jacqueline, you're muted if you're here.
Okay. The Diva Jacqueline's connection is not connected yet, but she's on her way.
Okay, I'll come back to Diva Jacqueline. Diva Nikki. I know you're here. You are present and accounted for, honey bunch. So thank you especially now. Really thank you for being here.
I was tempted to be mischievous and mute my phone.
Oh no, that would have been really funny. Oh my gosh. Well, Thank you really, thank you for being here. And what is the occurring world you are creating for yourself and the participants tonight?
The current world, first of all, thank you. The current world that I am creating for myself and the participants tonight is one of clarity in our desires and statements and fun in the creation and the clarity.
Ooh, yum. I love the fun piece especially. Thank you so much. It's powerful. It's really powerful. Now, has Diva Janice or Diva Jacqueline popped up? Okay. Well, I will speak, and I want to thank everybody for being here. And the occurring world I am creating for myself is simple, and for the participants. It is powerful transformation. That's the occurring world I'm creating for tonight. Powerful transformation. The intention of this seminar is for each and every one of us to create breakthroughs in our ability to create breakthroughs, for living wealthy, and specifically going beyond well-being. And I'm going to give that to you again. The intention of this seminar is for each and every one of us to create the breakthroughs in our ability to create breakthroughs for living wealthy and specifically going beyond well-being. So tonight, every one of us invites you to listen powerfully for what is needed and desired for you to have a breakthrough in being whole and complete, honoring your word as yourself as an access to going beyond well-being. So we invite you to listen powerfully. Unfortunately, we can't read all of your wonderful emails, chats, and phone messages during the webinar, but I am going to read you a few of your messages. And after I read them, each diva will respond to a different message. So, and I want to say that it seems like every session, the messages we get are on the shoulders. Like they are going beyond the messages we've gotten so far in terms of the value that people are sharing and the breakthroughs and the openness and the willingness. And I acknowledge everyone for that, including the people whose messages we are not reading and including the people who didn't write. And I'm going to begin with
Diva Robin.
Yes, sir.
A countess has arrived.
I'm here.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, we have an accountant. We have an accountess.
We have a yes, princess. We have a countess.
We have a count. I'm here. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I was like,
no, you're not. You're not sorry. You're just here late.
I'm not sorry. I'm right on.
That's what Diva Nikki says. You are not
we,
sorry.
We had to get sorry. Don't be putting no sorry on you. This whole conversation is your word. No, you just late, and and we'll pick on you later.
Thank you.
So, Countess, would you like to share the occurring world you're creating for yourself and the participants tonight?
Is that a no?
Sounds like a no. All right. Well, I'm going to begin.
The Countess Jacqueline, did you just mute yourself?
I did.
Oh my God!
I didn't hear you say my name. Okay.
Diva Jacqueline, would you like to share?
The occurring world I'm creating for myself is to become present in this moment, here with all of you guys.
Good idea.
as we share and reflect on what we have already talked about in the session that we're going to go over today. So I'm creating a world of being present currently.
Okay, great.
That is
We'll take it.
To be in.
Yeah, no kidding. How
Good
appropriate.
world to be in. I'm gonna hang out in that world with you.
Cool.
Good. Thank you for doing that. The
No
more the
problem.
merrier in the world of being present. So, welcome. Moving on to the first message, it's from Bridget Bird of Honeysville, Louisiana. I know. Oh, Haynesville, excuse me. Haynesville, Louisiana. Diva Jacqueline, good thing you're here. Diva Jacqueline had my head spinning. I think her own head is spinning too, by the way, Bridget. Diva Jacqueline had my head spinning with the parable about the man in the flood. I had to look deep at what I ask of the universe, then turn around and reject when it's delivered to me. I am starting to see where I contradict my wishes and desires in many areas. Thank you. I am taking control of my words, which control my life. Mm-mm-mm. Brilliant, Miss Bridget. From Penelope Kowalski of White Plains, New York. Dear Divas, what I see about declarations is that we make them all the time. You are having us be responsible for them. So when the results when the results hit, it doesn't occur as an accident or luck. Brilliant, brilliant. Brilliant, Penelope. Come back to you. The declarations you made touched my heart. You could feel the authenticity and courage. Thank you, Penelope. Oh, there's more. Most of us are afraid to say what we want, to really say what we want, and risk looking like a fool, especially in relationships. Quote, I declare I am open to receive the love I desire from a man who is willing to be my soulmate. Unquote. That's a very powerful declaration. I would love to have a romantic relationship. Now I see I have not honestly been open or available to be in a romantic relationship. Your conversations seem so simple. Their impact sneaks up on you. This is great stuff, Divas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Samuel Perilla of Los Angeles, California, and it could be Perea, depending. Prosperous Divas. My wife and I have participated in several of your seminars, and we got a lot of value from each one. This seminar has truly taken us beyond when it comes to our marriage. Woohoo! Listening to each of you make a declaration filled with possibility and power. My wife said, Honey, we both say we love each other, but we have never declared it and declared our marriage. I was confused because we did take our wedding vows. She said, the preacher declared us husband and wife. We didn't declare that for ourselves. I looked at her and said, you are right. If we're going to declare ourselves married, let's do it in Vegas. I got her real point, is declaring our marriage ourselves opens possibilities for us to go beyond in our marriage. I like this conversation you prosperous divas have created. It is a blast. Thank you. Wow. Now, on to Ariella Muhammad from New York, New York. Bless you, divas. This conversation has me start my week powerfully. Woohoo. The interview with Judy left me somewhat confused. Ordinarily, I would have ignored my confusion, but this time I sought answers. So what is feng shui? One answer made it so simple. The placement of items and design of your living and working environments to maximize the natural free flow of positive healing energy within the space. Yeah. There was this simple exercise I found I would like to share. Every few days, switch the placement of your bed and note which placement gives you a better or more restful sleep. Huh. I have been doing this exercise and found that switching my bed from one side of the room to another had me sleeping better and my back pain went away. Whew. Wow. Diva Janice was right on when she said she could hear Judy was holding something back. Maybe that's why she held back on sharing feng shui. Diva Janice and Ronnie B have that deep listening I am striving to have. Love you all. Right on. Celeste Reynolds of Davenport, Iowa wrote, Prosperous Divas. Between Diva Jacqueline's story about the guy in the flood with God sending a helicopter and the exercise where we look at love not being present for a few days, I didn't know which way was up. Yeah, I can imagine. I want to leave it up to God and then deny or reject what he sends me. I need to be a lot clearer what I am commanding and requesting. I want Diva Janice type success while I'm commanding the universe to take it easy on me so I can be lazy and stay comfortable. Wow. I am declaring I am in action consistently to manifest my dreams every day in every way. I am not distracted or being petty. I am open to love and financial success. I can feel the power with my declaration. I know I will win this time. God bless you, ladies. Ah, fantastic. And Sarita Hernandez of Gulfport, Mississippi wrote, Empress of Faith, I thank you for being so appreciative of how others practice their faith. There is never a hint of self-righteousness or smugness. You are a beautiful spirit. There is a gentleman I have had my eye on for a long time, and I have had a sense that he was interested in me. I own my own company, and we have a business relationship, so I think he just wants to be respectful and not do anything inappropriate. After the session, I thought about making a declaration, but I remembered you saying the power of your word does not give you power over anyone. I kept thinking, I'm an old-fashioned girl who wants a man to make the first move, but I didn't want to declare something that would be trying to have power over him. So I declare I am free to make the first move in having the perfect man in my life, and the perfect man will reveal himself in the next 6 months. I was almost terrified I made that declaration. It feels great. Thank you all. Well, thank you all for what you wrote to us. It is so important and gratifying for us. Divas, I'm giving you 2 or 3 seconds to pick your email. If someone grabs your selection first, please choose another. So beginning with Diva Jackie. Diva Jackie, you get to choose first. And don't forget to unmute.
It looks like it looks like Diva Jackie might have lost her connection.
Oh, okay.
I did. I just got back. Sorry.
Oh, great. Did you hear the question?
No.
Well, why don't we come back to you?
Did you hear the emails?
Did you hear the emails?
Okay. Yeah, come back around to me just so I got discombobulated again because my line got disconnected. I'm sorry.
We
I'm
need to
not
do
sorry.
something about that phone of yours.
I know.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Okay.
No harm, no foul. Diva Nakia, what you got?
Absolutely. So
Thank
I
you.
would like to speak on Miss Rita Hernandez. Thanks first and foremost for writing in and the acknowledgement. And I acknowledge you for your listening in the conversation and your willingness to share and be transparent, and for taking some action even though you were in a space that was uncomfortable. You was in a space of familiarity and the traditional mindset of, hey, I'm a lady, I'm old fashioned mindset. I have an old fashioned mindset and I just want the gentleman to approach me. But I also and I get that and I know what space you're in. And for being respectful of the gentleman that you're in the business relationship with. And I want to challenge you to go on that in prayer, and also I would say have a conversation, but it does not have to be a conversation that is where you're approaching.
Diva Nakia, I'm gonna make
Yes,
a quick recommendation.
there you
Don't
go.
don't coach her.
Got you. Got you.
Don't coach her, because it
Yes, sir.
sounded like you talking to yourself.
Oh, well, I'm
I,
familiar with it. I got you. I got you. I'm familiar with it, but I got you. We'll have that conversation later.
Free yourself.
So it
Uh-oh.
Free
won't
yourself.
so it won't be a coaching session. Got you. So, I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was outside of that. Oh, what I did like also was the fact that you put a time frame in your declaration, because I believe when I
Wow.
did my declaration, I did not set a time, a goal, as in, this is going to occur within the next week, or the next 6 months or the next year. And that's very important when we set specific goals in our declaration, because that forwards the action and forwards the momentum of things being transformed in that area of your life. So I definitely did not want to step over that. I thought that was awesome. That was something that stood out to me. In addition to the rest of your conversation, your sharing, shall I say. So thank you. That's all.
All right. Thank you, Diva Nakia.
That was
You
that
kind of
was
slipped some.
that
You
was
kind of
so
slipped some
powerful.
coaching in there.
Yeah, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. I just had to acknowledge that. Wow.
That was great. Yeah. And then Diva Nikki, who would you like to respond to? Honey, you are the queen of not being muted, and you're muted right now, I think. I, I'm starting to wonder if I'm the one who's muted.
No, we hear you.
Oh, good. Is that Diva Jackie?
Yes.
Could you speak up? Could you speak to one of the emails now?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
I guess I'll go with Bridget. I mean, I want to address, yeah, I guess I'll go with Bridget. I kind of wanted to speak with Penelope, but I just thought the feedback was great. My head has been spinning all week as well after hearing that parable or reading that parable about the story of the man in the flood. And I've heard the story before, but reading about that story in this context was a different way, or gave me a different way to look at it in my own life, and how I have been making requests.
Yeah.
And opportunities have been coming to guide me to my request. I'm like, I don't know, that's probably not. And we do it so often and we don't realize. um, that we look over the opportunities that are presented to us that will bring us into alignment with what we're asking for. But we forget about the journey to get there. We make our requests, but it's a journey to get there too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really great.
That's why they say it doesn't, if you wish for it or if you speak it into existence, that doesn't work. It doesn't pop up. Well, yeah, it may not work right away. Sometimes it does work right away. But most of the time, there's a journey to that alignment. And so we just have to be more open. When we make those requests, be more open to the things that come to us and how they could be opportunities or routes for us to come into alignment with what it is that we're asking for. And hold your request. Hold your request. I know Bridget said just that Penelope was talking about, requesting her soulmate and how she kind of...
Go ahead and sneak Penelope in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very interesting. This is like Mutiny on the Bounty. No. So we're going to actually, thank you for your response to Bridget. That was really great.
No, go ahead and do Penelope.
Oh, you did say? Okay, great.
That's what I said.
He's the boss.
Well, I just want to say to Penelope because I totally relate to that. I say I want someone and then, I don't really, by my actions or by the way I respond to those type of situations. And it's because it's the underlying belief that I can't really have what I really want. And forget that. I'm going to declare what I want and believe that I can have it. And I'm going to follow the journey of getting there to get in alignment with what it is I'm declaring.
It's really great. I want to say also, though, with regard to what you said to Bridget, that it doesn't always take time. It may.
It doesn't. It may.
Sometimes it's almost instantaneous.
It does happen.
It is how it goes however it does. Yeah. And it can really be either way.
So instantaneous in session 6.
Ooh, yay. I love it. That was a preview. It's a preview. Yeah.
But it can happen instantly, but sometimes we are not ready, I think. That's why it takes longer. You have to catch up with the request. Some requests come easy because I think we're already caught up with that request.
Maybe.
And that's why those come quick.
Or we may not have a clue why. It may not, or it may be some other, or it could be some other way.
It could be.
Yeah, it might be. We don't want to limit it, right?
There is no limits. The only limit there is the ones that you agree to.
Very good. Great point. Cool.
Thank you, ladies, for
thank you. Thank you so much. Diva Nikki, are you available?
I am unmuted, and I was drinking some water, but yes, I'm available.
Great, because I'm ready to choose someone.
Okay. So I am going to take Samuel, and I just want to say that I think that was very profound, that you and your wife discovered that your declaration of marriage was done by the minister and you had not actually declared it yourselves. And I'm wondering what the difference is going to make after you all declare it. Well, you already declared it with that, but even in your trip in Vegas, because I wonder if the obligation changes or if you feel more committed because of the declaration to each other. And the marriage itself, but I just thought that was so profound, and I thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be looking now also for those places where declarations are made over us, and we don't declare them ourselves.
Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, that's really great. And you've just demonstrated that using other people's sharing to contribute to yourself, Diva Nikki. Thanks for being that contribution. Yeah, thank you so much. Very cool. And I actually want to just say one more thing about what Penelope shared, and that is, and I thought was really brilliant and should be underscored. And when she wrote, what I see about declarations is that we make them all the time. And I think that really needs to be underscored because we do. We really do make declarations unconsciously all the time. And if we look at what we're saying, what we're declaring, it may not be what we want to declare. So being responsible for our declarations is life altering. And I really, really appreciate, Penelope, that you shared that and that you distinguished it for everyone. And now I also want to just say that what I see for myself.
Well, let's
And
check in and see if just per chance
oh,
Diva
Diva
Janice snuck
Janice.
in. Janice snuck in on stealth mode. Stealth
Okay,
mode check. Stealth mode check.
Diva Janice Stealth. Diva Janice Stealth.
Okay, she's still on that airplane flying in from Beijing.
Yep, I guess so. So what I see for myself and the Prosperous Divas family from what was shared is how powerful our authentic speaking is as human beings, whether you believe that it stems from a divine source or from simply creation. There is just no denying it, and it was very palpable and present in what everyone shared. So I thank you so much for producing those results for yourselves and for forwarding the work that we're doing in our webinar. So,
Well, one thing I'd like to add, Diva Robin,
yeah.
prosperous Diva Robin.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
make sure
much.
these are not
And
ordinary
so
divas.
true.
These are prosperous divas. So we have to put that
That
in
is
from time to
true.
time. And you are always, always, always declaring something. I'm just sick of this. And you start feeling ill and wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say, I'm so sick of this situation, it's driving me crazy. Hmm. You're feeling sick,
That'd be
you're
crazy.
feeling down, you're confused, you don't know. What did you just declare? So
Mhm.
we make these declarations only we with no responsibility.
Ooh.
And and we wonder why they come to bite us in the ass.
Mm.
Uh, Carry on, the prosperous Diva Robin.
Thank you for that. Yes, and now we are going on to Diva Jacqueline for the inquiry that she is going to lead us in. So, Diva Jacqueline, take it away.
All right.
Prosperous Diva
Okay.
Jackie.
Thank you. I accept. All right. So the power of your word. Bold requests and no power. What do you hear when we say bold request? What has a request? What has a request be a bold request? Or what makes it a bold request? Is a bold request the same as a ridiculous request? Is asking for a raise a bold request? Is asking your partner to be responsible for the children so you can go back to school a bold request? Is asking someone to do you a favor a bold request? Is asking her out to dinner a bold request? Is an impossible request a bold request? Before we go deeper into the inquiry, let's do a quick review of the power of command. The power of command. It has been said, in the beginning, there was no thing. There was void and darkness. Then the command was issued, let there be light. And there was light. And it was good. There is no thing happening in our occurring world that is not the result of our word, commands the universe. Our divine powers are not a function of the physical universe. The universe is a function of our divine powers. Our power of command is not a power over anyone or anything. Let me repeat. Our power of command is not a power over anyone or anything. Our power of command is a distinct power that focuses let me start that again. Our power of command is a distinct power that focuses the infinite energy of the universe through people, places, things, space, and time to fulfill the desired result. Our power of command, declarations, and our power in making bold requests create an access that penetrates dimensional matrices, allowing us to have and generate from a new realm of possibility that transcends time and space. Simply speaking, when we combine the power of our command, declarations, and making bold requests, we go from playing checkers to 3D chess. The occurring world of command is a dimension we tap into for having our commands fulfilled. The occurring world of declarations is a dimension we tap into for having order, clarity, and intention aligned when utilizing our power of command. The occurring world of bold requests is a dimension we tap into for having our commands and declarations manifested with velocity, integrity, and ease. Prosperous Diva Robin, what is a bold request?
Thank you so much for asking. So here's how I see a bold request. A bold request is a request, of course, that is an expression of an authentic wish or commitment. So a bold request is commitment driven. A bold request takes courage. Concerns like, how will I look? Or what will they think of me? Or maybe they won't like the request. Or maybe they won't like me. Or maybe they will say no. All of those are set aside. When I make a bold request, I'm choosing to see others as big, and I'm honoring who they are. In making a bold request, I'm not attempting to mind read others or figure out what they're able to do. I'm honoring their ability to authentically accept or decline the request, and I'm taking on that their choice, and I think this part is really key as well, that their choice is no reflection on me, no reflection on my value, and no reflection on my request. So I'm free to make the request, and they're free to accept or decline it.
That's a hitter. Boom.
And I would say that it's a request that's going to make a difference. Like the fulfillment of that request is going to make a difference, and that difference is a reflection of the commitment where the request comes from. That's what I say a bold request is.
Thank you. That was good. Do we have prosperous Diva Janice?
Well, I'll fill in for prosperous Divas Janice as long as I don't have to wear those shoes. And
all right, perfect, Ronnie. What is
no promises, Ronnie B.
Ronnie B is not a desired look, let me tell you. And now she wears them well, but I'll pass. A couple of things. One, a bold request is something that has you be bigger than you're used to seeing yourself be. So it has that element of courage. The second thing I would say that a bold request in your listening is something that in your listening would be bold and bodacious to someone else, whether or not it truly is. But in your listening, for you to make that request, it would be bold and bodacious. So that's what I'm going to say right now around bold requests. That it has you be bigger than who you know yourself to be and requires courage.
That's good. Very good. I'll tell someone yesterday, don't let people with small ideas about you tell you that your ideas are too big.
That's great. I love that.
Now that was not a request. That was a command. So
it was. That was
I follow that. You need to follow that command.
but the bold aspect was really well described.
Oh, it was a command, but it was a command.
Yeah, definitely.
There was no request in that. That's a command.
There was no request.
Right.
All right, that's a command.
Right.
We go with command. We go with command.
A bold
we'll
command.
Get to the bold request, but right, that command works. Okay, carry on.
Yes.
Prosperous Diva Jacqueline.
All right. So when we say bold request is based on truth, authenticity, desire, and a willingness to go beyond fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The truth, I deserve to get paid more at work. And I will get turned down, and then my boss will think I'm an unhappy employee and get rid of me. The willingness to go beyond fear, uncertainty, and doubt sounds like I deserve to get paid more at work. I may get turned down, and my boss may think that I am an unhappy employee and get rid of me. I'm going to ask for the raise, and whatever happens, I will do what is best for me. The truth. He is the man of my dreams, and I am terrified I will make a fool of myself if I ask him out and tell him how I feel. and I will probably lose him as a friend. The willingness to go beyond fear, uncertainty, and doubt sounds like he is the man of my dreams. I might make a fool of myself by asking him out. I might even lose him as a friend. As long as the song says if loving him is against all odds, well, it's a chance I got to take. The truth. I know I can request sponsors to pay $1,000. It will really work to have sponsors paying $10,000 to have momentum, but I don't want to scare away a potential sponsor because I'm asking for too much. The willingness to go beyond fear, uncertainty, and doubt sounds like I don't know if a potential sponsor will pay $1,000 or $10,000, and if they think I'm asking too much and won't be a sponsor at all. Well, let me read that again. I'm sorry. I don't know if a potential sponsor will pay $1,000 or $10,000, and if they think I'm asking too much and won't be a sponsor at all. I do know I can't find out if they will pay $10,000 if I don't ask. That one hit me deep. You may notice a common theme throughout our examples is the bold request has more to do with your occurring world than the occurring world of the person or entity you make the request. In their occurring world, it may land as a bold request or simply a request or even something courageous, freeing, an opportunity to contribute, maybe something they have longed to hear. We honor our power in others when we make bold requests. We allow others to contribute in ways we did not imagine. And by extension, we increase our power to create and have and go beyond. The conversation for being reasonable and comfortable is a major stop that keeps us from making bold requests. To go deeper into this inquiry, it's time for the exercise. So it's time for the awesome one herself, Diva Nikki. Over to
me?
You.
I'm the awesome one, me? Oh my God, thank you.
Little old you. Oh, so cute.
By the way, that was great, Jacqueline, Diva Jacqueline. That was great. Okay. We are at the power of your word, bold request exercises. Now, y'all know we have an exercise intended to do nothing but empower you in creating bold requests. So, write down 3 categories: money, fun, romance. Under each category, answer this question. Where is the fulfillment of my desires missing or not at the level I desire? Like Diva Robin says, look for the hidden bugs. Now the next step is
I didn't say it like that.
No, you didn't say it like that. I said it like that.
I love the way you said it.
Remember, I declared to bring the fun in the occurring world. Okay, so now the next step is making a declaration to the universe that is unambiguous, clear, bold, concise for having the fulfillment of your desires at the level you desire. Here is a simple format for a declaration. I declare that I will be in a career of my desired career by May of 2019. I declare I'll be paid handsomely for the work I do by getting a raise or a new job paying me what I deserve in the next few weeks. I declare within the next 30 days, my soulmate will make their presence known overtly. I will be open and available to receiving their love. I declare within the next 2 weeks, I will have sponsors paying $10,000 for my services. I will be open to receive the support I need to make it happen. Next to each declaration, answer this question. What is a bold request? I can make up another that with velocity, I could add with velocity and power to the fulfillment of my declaration.
Say that again,
Example?
please.
Yes. I can make up another that would add velocity.
Sorry, the whole
Oh,
statement.
excuse me. Oh, okay. Next to each declaration, answer this question. What is a bold request I can make of another that would add velocity and power to the fulfillment of my declaration?
Yeah, I just want to make sure people got that another. Because, often what happens is that we will avoid making a bold request because it would be a request of another. And given that we've been taught that we should be, quote, self-sufficient, we shouldn't have to ask other people to do things for us. We should be able to do that ourselves. That is not the point of a bold request, because you may be able to do it yourself. The point of a bold request is allowing people to contribute to the request being fulfilled so that it adds velocity and power in having that thing be fulfilled. So you may go to your child may be struggling in school. So you go to the teacher and you say, teacher, I know that you're committed to these children, because I wouldn't be with their little badasses all day long like you do. So I know, hey, I give it to you, teacher, but my child is struggling. So I'm going to make this bold request. Please give my child extra homework and text me, call me, email me what it is, and I'll make sure it gets done. You're asking that teacher to contribute to you having your child do better in school. That's an example of a bold request. Be just that simple. Just that simple. Carry on, Diva Nikki.
I should carry on. Okay, so declaration example. I declare I'll be paid handsomely for the work I do by getting a raise or a new job paying me what I deserve in the next 4 weeks. Bold request. I will request a 30% raise, and any new job opportunity, I will request a 35% increase over my current salary. Declaration. I declare within the next 30 days, my soulmates will make their presence known overtly. I'll be open and available to receiving their love. Bold request. I will let it be known to several close friends and relatives I am open and available to meet my soulmate, and our request, they let it be known appropriately. Declaration. I declare within the next 2 weeks, I will have sponsors paying $10,000 for my services. I will be open to receive the support I need to make it happen. Bold request. I will request all my business associates and teammates support me by connecting me to potential sponsors who have the capacity to pay $10,000 and more for my services. Now that we've gone over that, let me see what is present for the prosperous divas out of this conversation. Diva Robin, I already know that you're unmuted, right?
Right.
What is present for you?
Well, what's present for me is an appreciation for the results I've produced in my life from making bold requests and declarations, and where I have omitted them and wondered why things went how they went. And so it and so bottom line is I'm really present to the opportunity it is to to have this tool of making powerful declarations and requests, and the reminder to use it. And I'm present to all the places where I'm ready to do that. So I'm grateful.
Well, thank you. Maybe
one
day you'll share with me what one of the things that went right and one that did not because you didn't.
You bet.
Diva, let's see, do we have Diva Janice in stealth mode, or is she still trying to get from Beijing? Diva Janice? Okay. Diva Jacqueline, unmute your phone, and what is present for you?
I'm here. A lot, actually. This one is a deep one for me because it seems like this has been the subject for me all week. I've been present to the fact that I can be very passive with my requests that I make to the world. And I was also, story time, present to this week. I met someone who makes a lot of bold requests, and I got to see them in action. And that's how I became present to how passive I am with my requests. And I'll quickly say one of the requests that I was present to that person doing, they wrote a book, and they charged $969 for their book. And when I heard that, I was like, that is absolutely ridiculous. I laughed. I was like, nobody is buying that. That is ridiculous. And then I was present to people supporting and buying his book at that price because of the way he made the request. And so I just wanted to share that. That's what I was present to this week. And so it moved me a lot. And I would just say what's present for me is that I have been making passive requests, and I am going to get out of the fear and the uncertainty and doubt and make my requests and stop thinking that everybody thinks or feels the exact way that I do. And that I know that how someone is going to respond to my real request. And so this is a really, really good one for me this week. So I just wanted to share that.
Great.
I have one question. Would you say that the way they make bold requests is based on truth, authenticity, desire, and a willingness to go beyond any fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he was doing. It was definitely based in truth, authenticity, and no fear.
Mm.
I don't even think it really matters what the other person is going to say. He is determined to present his message and his product a certain way, and he's going to just keep going until he runs into the right person. That's kind of the mindset.
Mm.
Is what I observed.
Hey,
yes, I do
let
believe it's based in truth, authenticity, and the desire, the willingness to go beyond any fear or uncertainty about how the other person is going to feel, any doubt that they will say yes or no. It don't matter if they say yes or no, but guess what? If you don't ask,
that's the game.
Don't ask. I was like, it's crazy to ask people to pay that much for his book. But hey, you never know what somebody would pay until you ask.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, you never know. One thing I do want to add in is that, like you said, you never know what someone will or won't do, and you'll never find out if you try to figure it out in your mind instead of putting it in the words.
Yep.
Oh, well, that was great. That was great.
Yeah.
That was
all coming into alignment. Thank you.
Thank you. Diva Nakia. Emphasis of faith, what is present for you?
Oh, so much.
Alexa, unmute your phone.
And I looked at the phone. I was like, I thought I did. Okay. So now I've been making bold requests all week long. And as a result of there's so much that I have been able to accomplish and have forwarded instead of being stagnant and stuck. So I have my list that I was writing while y'all was talking, my new bold request. So by October 1st, 2018, let me see, 5:00 p.m., I will have completed my revised/edited mission, vision, and unique value proposition for my consulting business. I will have my 501c3 application submitted with fees included, pending approval, just waiting to hear something back. I will be transitioning into new employment, working 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, one Saturday a month or none at all, and no Sundays. I will create 3 new business partners in my financial services business that will be actively engaged, involved, on fire, ready to go, and getting their licensing. I will be in progressive recovery from all medical procedures that will occur this day going forward. Specifically, I'm declaring on Friday the first procedure will be done and completed, so I can begin the recovery process and have the next one done within the next 2 weeks. So therefore, by October 1st, I can be on a progressive, very intentional, forward-moving progress that will have me in a physical and mental state to where I am as close to a normal state as I was previously. So those are my bold requests.
Actually, those were declarations.
that I declared. And you know what? That word was right there on my mouth, and I just shut my mouth.
Now, one
That I
declaration I
declared.
put in, because I knew you before. You need to go beyond that health. Don't be back to where as good as you were before. We need you beyond that.
You know what? You so right. I
We need
fully
to have
agree.
you. We need Wonder Woman.
You right, because I've been talking about it. I just need a sense of normalcy because I have no idea.
You don't need no noise. You need to go look. I'm gonna be beyond well-being. I'm gonna be healthy Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
As
I'm gonna
far as the
declare and
world of
decree that right
declaration.
now. You're right. I am going to be beyond healthy. I'm going to be a super Wonder Woman, Cat Woman, able to move, groove, and smooth and slide and glide my way through
Oh, you're hanging
anything
out
and
with
everything.
Serena, trying to be Catwoman.
Hey, how good. So yes, indeed. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all don't have to get so quiet
Thank
now.
you. Thank you, Diva Nikhil, for sharing your declarations, your new declarations with us, hot off the press. Thank you. And those are powerful. Can't wait to hear how that manifests. So I am present to how I have to be perfect and the mighty mouse of every situation. So I don't do bold requests hardly ever of anyone. And yet I need help. So I am present to acknowledging that I need help. And it does not have to be perfect for me to get it done and to make those bold requests.
Mm. Wow.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's huge. Yes, that's huge for me. But I am open for the task. This, of course, has been a great conversation. In the next segment, we will inquire into creating and managing conversations for fulfillment and no power. We're taking a 5-minute break. The time is 6:09. Please return at 6:14 p.m. Central Standard Time and enjoy the music from Sierra Royale. Hope I said that right.
Always a way through. There is always a way through. Calm down, take a breath, back away from the drama, and find that way. Life's realities are not always pleasant or comforting or convenient. Accept reality and at the same time refuse to be stopped by it. Steady your nerves as the situation crashes down around you. Then pick up the pieces and do something useful, helpful, good, and valuable with them. Keep your cool when tensions are hot. Engage your steady hand to navigate through rough and rolling passages. There's always a way through. And on the other side, great value, opportunity, a new, stronger perspective. With grace and confidence, see beyond the disruptions of the moment to a positive vision of what can be. With calm determination, lead the way there. Can you come and make time stop? Can you come back me soon? If you ask my down the rise and come on, baby, let's go. Put the gas, go real fast. When we stop, we don't know. Don't know. And I don't care what nobody say. It's just me, myself, and my baby. And we cruising to the music. Watch us do it, watch us do it, watch us move. And we ain't paying nobody you. We're too busy making all these moves. And we spend just because I choose to be with him. Cause number one, I say. You can run the streets with your thoughts, and I'll be waiting for you. Just until you get through. I'll be waiting, I'll be waiting, I'll be waiting. We can change the whole game, money. won't let the game change us. Only time I put the flame up is when you live with me, it's a strange love. I grind not to be strange, Lord. I don't grind to be famous, Lord. Trying to be Jesus to an angel. I run the streets with the angels. Can I call you when I'm in danger? Need to know that I'm the real, know that. Need to know if you a real, need to know if you a jump out the ship. Need to leave for a friend still. Time to switch it through a lot of shit. Apology after apology. So now I'm sorry, but I'm being shit. Honestly, what the problem be? I be in the streets and she be alone. I'm trying to be all I gotta be. Something like arm is strong. Gotta be where the money be. So a lot of times I be gone. When she holding down, she probably tired of me, but she leave the nigga chillin' home. Yeah, it's your fault. Got it with my baby. How you feeling shady? It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. Every day we coming on the block. 20,000 boy stop. It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. Me and you, that's all that matters. Getting money, that full platter. Never stacking that money low. Make the ladder, reach the dough. I promise I never change up. And the brothers are saying they lame us. The money's a more the relationship goes and they tripping cause they know it ain't enough. They know we got but it ain't enough. I can't have it, but don't know it. I don't want to find you. A faker is what I'm in the dream. I used to live it, that's how you try. I'm sitting I want to with you. Fuck with a real one, I'ma show you what it do. I'ma show you what it is. I'ma show you how to get to the bank. I'ma show you how a true nigga live. Treat you the way a good queen should be treated. Don't gotta ask, it's what if you need it. You gon' be mine forever, I mean it. A nice little life, I drip that I seen. Spend some money on the bag, cool. Drop the cheese on the leg, cool. Got more sense than your last dude. Promise club was your last fool. I'ma keep it real all the time, that's me. I keep it trillin' and she's trying free. Girl, watch your heart, never mind me, cause from day one, trying to be my queen, I ain't that kid. Got it with my face. How you feeling shady? That's what the kings and the queens do. That's what the kings do. That's what the kings and the queens do. That's what the kings do. Every day we running on the clock. 20,000 boy stop. It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. It's what the kings and the queens do. It's what the kings do. Welcome to the future. That was the king and the queen do. That was the king and the queen do.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are participating in the Prosperous Divas Living Wealthy Beyond Well-Being. Wow. And it's time to turn this conversation over to Prosperous Diva Robin.
Yay! Thank you, Prosperous Ronnie B. And I accept that. So, welcome back, everyone. Let's begin by reviewing some of the basics of creating and managing conversations for fulfillment. And I love this conversation about the basics of creating and managing conversations for fulfillment. So first, let's look at the nature of conversations. Conversations can be broken down into two basic categories. First category are conversations about. These include right or wrong, a description, explaining, and simply talking about something. Those are the conversations about. The second category are conversations for, and these include actions, promises, requests, manifesting or having, and possibility. Conversations for possibility. I'm going to give you that again. Conversations for include action, promises, requests, manifesting or having, and possibility. And we are going to borrow a distinction called in the stands. versus on the court. So conversations that happen in the stands are conversations about, whereas conversations on the court are conversations for, and you can see the correlation. So we're going to say that if somebody is on the beach explaining how to swim, that is, they are in the stands, so to speak. They are not on the court. They are having conversations about. So someone sitting there explaining how to swim is a lot different from someone in the water swimming. Someone in the water swimming is having a conversation on the court and demonstrating what it takes to swim. That's a conversation for. Conversations.
Which one do you want to have teach you to swim?
Well, I think of it also as being like the idea of the guy in the diner who knows about everything but it really isn't involved. That's not who I want to be teaching me anything. So a guy sitting around in the diner is like the guy sitting around on the beach talking about swimming, and that's not who I want for my instructor. What about you, Ronnie B?
I do not like going glove.
Yeah, swimming is such a great example because it really is, like we say, sink or swim. Literally. Yeah. So conversations for fulfillment are conversations that forward the manifestation of a possibility, project, or commitment. So would those be conversations about or conversations for? So conversations for fulfillment are conversations for fulfillment. And they forward the manifestation of a possibility, project, or commitment. They do not explain, describe, or justify. They are actionable conversations designed to move, touch, inspire, and produce results. And remember, that producing results is an important component of conversations for fulfillment. Because it's really wonderful and important to be moved, touched, and inspired. And being moved, touched, and inspired goes just so far until you actually get into the realm of producing results. And that's what conversations for fulfillment provide. Over the next few weeks, we're going to over the next 2 weeks, we're going to train you in having and managing conversations to produce results, conversations that enable the production of results. The first level of conversation is the conversations you have with yourself. So, of course, you may not have those out loud. You may be having them as thoughts. And they are conversations you're having with yourself as thoughts that keep a possibility, project, or commitment alive in your occurring world. A conversation with yourself can also include writing down something for yourself, but it's not something that you've shared with another person. The second level, however, of conversation is conversations that you do share with at least 3 other people who will support you in keeping a conversation for possibility, project, or commitment alive. So the second level is when you've shared a conversation with at least 3 other people, and those are people who will support you in keeping your possibility, project, or commitment alive. The third level of conversation is conversations shared by your 3 partners that you shared it with already. They are now sharing it with 3 people each, and they are sharing it with people who will also support them in keeping the conversation for a possibility, project, or commitment alive. So we're talking here about an exponential growth in in support for keeping the conversation alive. In our model, conversations break down into two categories, which is part of their nature. Another aspect is that conversations disappear. So without something to keep a conversation in existence, it will disappear. Count on it. Conversations are not physical, and therefore there is nothing that inherently will keep them in existence. Conversations only have existence to the degree that they are repeated and shared. And if you think otherwise, just think of some of the things that have happened in your life where there's something that you began and thought it was fine, and then the next thing you knew, somebody asked you about it, and you go, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. I said I was going to apply to medical school. Or, oh, yeah, I said I was going to create a business. But the conversations disappear without something to keep them in existence. Is that the laugh of recognition?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and me too. Me too. You know, I go over my notes on things and I go, oh my gosh, I didn't do anything to keep that in existence. Guess what? It disappeared. And the funny thing is, I'm always surprised.
I give a me too 3 on that.
And I remember thinking that that this time it's gonna be different. Somehow this conversation isn't going to disappear. It's just gonna stay around on its own because it's so important, or because I really want it, or there's so many reasons why we kid ourselves. So I just want to say to everyone, don't kid yourself. Period. So we have been saying the prosperous divas stand, and our stand, the prosperous divas stand for equality, mutual respect, valuing the unique and divine contribution of others, honoring life in all its wondrous expressions. And why do we keep saying it? Because if we don't, it will disappear, and it's a conversation worth keeping around. If you have conversations worth keeping around, do what it takes to keep them in existence. So with regard to our stand, if this statement is repeated and shared, it has power, and it sources the manifestation of the future we desire. And otherwise, it really, really, really does disappear. No kidding. And I would use a different word, but no kidding. Whatever the obstacles, whatever the obstacles, I will work with my child and they will do well at school. How many people out there have said that and have created that, and some mid-semester you realize that has completely disappeared. You know, your kid comes home with their first grade for the semester or for the school year, and it's a C or a D or an F, and you go, oh my gosh, what happened? The conversation disappeared. If this statement is repeated and shared, it has power, and it sources the manifestation of the future that's desired where your child does well in school. If not, not. Or you say, the right guy is out there for me. I am going to be open and available for him to find me. If this statement is repeated and shared, it has power, and it sources the manifestation of the future that is desired where the right guy shows up. And if not, highly unlikely. It seems so simple, right? Like brushing your teeth.
It sounds simple.
I know. It does, and it is. It really is, except that we forget that the nature of a conversation is for it to disappear. Every time.
Every time.
Every time, no matter how cool the thing is that you're saying, or how much you love it, or how important it is, or how bold it is, or how noble it is. If it's a conversation, its nature is to disappear. So another example, you really have that big dream and you're going for it. You're sharing it with everyone who has a pair of ears, not the people who don't. And you, except with the ones who don't hear, you'd share it with them in writing. And you are excited. You're making things happen. 2 weeks go by. You only mention it if someone brings it up. 3 weeks go by, and it's already not even an afterthought. And if you haven't guessed by now what happened, it disappeared because the nature of a conversation is for it to disappear. And do you see how hard I am working to see that the conversation of the information, that conversations disappear? I am working for it not to disappear for you. So you will be present to the fact that a conversation is going to disappear unless you create a structure for it to be fulfilled, a structure for it to stay in existence. So what has a conversation stay alive is a structure for existence. Without it, it's not going to last. You know, Kennedy said putting a man on the moon, but he didn't then shut up and never mention it again. He shared it with people who could do something about it. He shared it publicly. He shared it with tons of people who then took on that conversation, and other people who shared it with, those people shared with other people, and so on. Building a structure that is outside of yourself on a foundation of integrity provides the basis for keeping the conversation alive. And integrity is key. Structures for existence are conversations that require people who are sharing and repeating the conversation between the person who created the conversation and themselves at the first level. People share and repeat conversations where they have been left moved, touched, inspired, and see a new possibility for themselves and their occurring world. I shared with you a couple of weeks ago that I'm finishing writing the book that is my legacy, the book that will give people access to the amazing power and awe-inspiring, thought-provoking beauty of the art of our day. And the people I'm sharing it with are sharing it with people in their lives who are sharing it with people in their lives, and this will be fulfilled. People are being moved, touched, and inspired by that possibility. And everyone who's listening, there are conversations in your life for which people will be moved, shared, and moved, touched, and inspired, and they will share that. And you can even, I'm going to throw in another piece here, you can even make a bold request that they share it.
Mm-hmm.
These distinctions that we share are not standalone. Let them support each other, right?
Right.
We talked about integrity. So as the integrity builds in your structure for existence, you will notice that people do not, this is so great, people do not engage you as who you are like an individual or who you've known yourself to be so far. They will engage with you as that conversation. You will walk up to people and they will say to you, what's happening with that thing that you've shared with me? How is it going? Here's what I've created for it. Here's how it's inspired me. Here's all the people who are now on board to share in this with you. That's how it goes when you create a structure for existence for a conversation. And when you speak it in such a way that people are touched, moved, and inspired. And how you do that is you be touched, moved, and inspired by it yourself. And when you share it, they will get it, they will be touched, moved, and inspired, and your conversation will live. And you become that conversation for them. You become that possibility that was created and shared with them. So, whatever the obstacles, I will work with my child and they will do it well at school. And what will happen is teachers, principals, tutors, other students, counselors engage with you as a parent dealing with whatever the obstacles are to work with your child so they do well at school. And guess what? That they are going to be inspired to spread that to other students and their parents and their teachers and their tutors. It will make the difference you desire for your child, and it will go beyond that. People engage us, the prosperous divas, as our stand for equality, mutual respect, valuing the unique and divine contribution of others, honoring life in all its wonderful expressions. You can hear it in the emails they send to us. Listen, as individuals walking around, we are not that, other than we speak that. We have our petty desires. We have our selfish whatevers. We have our desire to be lazy. We have our our desire to gossip. We have all the things that make all of us human, and we speak ourselves into existence, and we're interacted with as what we speak ourselves to be, which is our stand. We have, here's another piece. We have no power. And I don't mean we lack power. I mean we have the power to say no or the power to reject. An aspect of our power of command is our no power. It has been said that the master teacher Jesus used the no power often to reject that which was inharmonious, harmful, or unhelpful. It is not being a good person to allow evil.
don't. I'm going to have you kind of be a little rigorous on the next segment.
Yes, sir. You mean, okay, great. I get it completely. So we often make the mistake of using our no power inadvertently, which causes contradictory commands to be sent to the universe. I'm going to say that again. We often make the mistake of using our no power, our power to say no, inadvertently, which causes contradictory commands to be sent to the universe. When we use our no power strategically and tactically, it puts a laser focus on those things that we demand be released from our occurring world. And it's so important to use it strategically. There is a difference between cursing our occurring world and using our no power. When we curse something in our occurring world, it strikes back 10 times harder because we have now given it power. Remember that saying about pointing a finger at someone else. Meanwhile, the rest of the fingers point back at guess who? You.
Yeah.
So just striking out in anger is not what we're talking about here. When we use our no power correctly, this space for a new realm of possibility opens a dimension. A new dimension is access that was not available or present in our occurring world. For example, I declare there is no thing or person that stands in the way of my good being manifested now. I'm saying no to anything that stands in the way. I declare there is no thing or person that stands in the way of my good being manifested now. There is no thought of harm or malice directed my way. I only receive power, positive, positive power and love. There is no thought of harm or malice directed my way. I say no to thoughts I cannot have the ultimate soulmate soulmate I desire. I say no to those thoughts that I cannot have the soulmate I desire. I say no to them. I say no to the conversations that sponsors will not pay me what I ask for, or that it will take forever to find them. I say no to those conversations. So let's hear from the divas, the prosperous divas, what is present for you in the inquiry. I'd like to start with Diva Nakia. Diva Nakia, what's present for you?
This was a powerful, is a powerful conversation, and it creates a different distinction for me to the word no. And I like and I'm empowered by utilizing the word no for 1 second. Give me a second. As a rejection, that you said, as a rejection, that which is harmonious, harmful, or unhelpful. And so, in just recalling conversation or recent conversation, and me utilizing the word no, I was declaring something that was allowing a completely different universe to open up for myself. And it resonated with me during this conversation that as I had those sharing conversations with the other parties, and while I was trying to engage with them in a conversation that would be progressive and empowering and forwarding versus harmful, unhelpful, or not or disempowering. In the midst of those conversations, more within myself began to open up. I began to discover new things in the course of the conversation, and I began to become more empowered and present to my own greatness and present to their greatness and present to the fact that these are conversations that I needed to have way back when, and I need to continue to have. And there's nothing wrong with having the conversation because it wasn't about having anyone wrong or making anyone right. It was about simply just acknowledging what was so. And being able to come to an understanding or come to an agreement or come to an agreement to disagree and being okay with it. Whatever the results were, being okay with the conversation and being able to move forward from it, and it's disappearing. So that is what I got from this conversation, and that in itself was so empowering. So I get my no and how amazing that can be.
No, Nakia. Nakia of the powerful no. I love it.
So much.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was really, really great. Thanks for getting that for yourself and sharing it so articulately.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Diva Jacqueline, over to you. What is present for you?
A lot. This conversation was just so powerful for me. It's being present to, again, how passive my requests have been And I've been standing in my own way by not asking for what I want and waiting around for someone else to doing all the work, presented perfectly as like, okay, tell me I'm okay to have it instead of asking for it.
Holy cow.
Offer it to me. Offer it to me. I've set it up perfectly. I have the best everything. Ask me. Because I'm not going to ask for what I want. And I'm going to stand it in my own way.
Got it.
By not doing that at all. I really don't. It's something I'm just, thinking in my head about it, like, how long have I been not asking?
Yeah.
Making those bold requests, setting it up.
Yeah.
How long have
Good
I been
insight.
setting it up perfect for someone to give me, to hopefully someone to offer me what I want, but not asking.
Yes. Yep. And how about now?
I feel good about, because I am aware, I'm no longer afraid.
So
because I am
is it
aware.
Ronnie B, I'd like to ask for a declaration here. Is that kosher?
Hey, it's your segment unless I take it over.
Well, sometimes you do. Yeah, Diva Jacqueline. Diva Jacqueline. I request that you make a declaration. I got that you feel differently, and I request that you make a declaration about this for yourself.
I declare that I am going to make bold requests for the things that I need and want.
Yeah. Wow. I got goosebumps. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm looking for my word, and I'm going to make these requests. I'm going to say it exactly how it's written, but without the fear or through the fear. I'm going to go through the fear, the uncertainty, and a little bit. Sorry.
That's okay.
I want to get it right because this is going to be one of my mantras that I got to start infusing. But in my willingness, Ronnie, you know what it is.
Hey, I did not take mind reading 101, but to give you a little space,
I gotta find this so I can say it
give
right
you a
here.
little space while you're creating that. This is really, really awesome. And the one thing I just wanted to acknowledge right away was when prosperous diva Jacqueline said, "I want to get it right." And what that speaks to is that her clarity and being present, that the words truly matter. And as as you go through this webinar, and really, because this has been a really powerful series, as you look at it, uh, the clearer, the more specific you make your command, the higher the likelihood the manifestation is truly aligned with your desires.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and so I just really wanted to acknowledge that, one, to get it right. Because you start, because that's like taking ownership, like, whoa, wait just a minute. I'm not going to have this go left and I want right.
Exactly.
Or have it go right and I want left. And you can kind of think of um, in one way, you can kind of think of like, let's say God is our parent, okay? And for those who have children or who've been around kids or raised kids and everything, the worst thing for a parent is for their child to not be clear with what they want. And when your child is not clear with what you want, you do what most parents do. You give them what you think that look, I'm gonna give you this. That might not have been what they wanted, but since they couldn't make up their mind, you give them something. So the universe kind of acts that way. Well, if you don't know what you want, but you want something, I'm gonna give you something. Might not be what you want, but until you make up your mind and you are clear, because I don't know, and I don't, and the universe doesn't figure it out for you. That's your job. So really, really great with that work, and just and you may make declarations. You know you're allowed to cancel a declaration and refine it. You know, I said X, cancel that. This
Exactly.
is what I want. You're allowed to do that. You have the power of command. You can do that. You're allowed to do that. It is your ship. Hey, you know what? Alter course. You can make that command. That give you enough
Thank
Okay, I'm
time,
gonna
you.
make
Yeah.
Diva
Great.
Jacqueline, to put whatever together.
I'm gonna make my declaration again. I got it now.
Okay, great.
All right. I declare that I am going to make bold requests for the things that I want and need based on the truth, authenticity, desire, and my willingness to go beyond any fear, uncertainty, or doubt within anyone else.
Bravo.
That felt
Yeah.
good. I felt you.
Very powerful.
Mm,
It's really, yeah. Thank you.
mm,
Thank you.
mm.
And thank you for being
Thank
a
you.
demonstration for everyone who's listening.
Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Hard act to follow. Steve and Nikki, what's present for you in this inquiry? I can't wait to hear from you.
Oh, really? I can't hear from either. Oh my goodness. What is present to me is the unawares of the no power, of the given power to the no by not giving the no power. And being bold in that. And so as I began to get more clearer in my declarations to make my bold request, but this one I can say with ease. Nothing stands in the way of me living a life of freedom and creativity. Nothing stands in the way of me making money in my sleep and money coming to me easily. And nothing stands in the way of me being able to serve others wholly and divinely, that empowers them to be all that they desire to be. Nothing stands in the way.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, now that was a great. Did I say great?
Would you say it
Demonstration.
again?
Demonstration of of the no power. No thing is in the way of me making money while I'm sleeping. Now that's a powerful declaration. That's a multi-dimensional declaration. And today's webinar has really been about bringing multiple dimensions, cross dimensions, multiple dimensions to create the occurring world for having your desires fulfilled. That is
Mm-hmm.
just that was just really Diva Jacqueline, Diva Nikki, Nakia. I'm like, wow. Well, actually, I'm beyond wow. I'm like amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-mm. Amazing.
Nicely done, ladies.
Thank you. I really feel good. I really feel
Very
good
cool.
about it.
Good for you.
I'm really
Yeah.
writing down my mantra.
I like what they say in Australia. Good on ya.
Hey. They do wear well.
So for everyone, has this inquiry started to pique your interest? I would just frankly be shocked if it didn't. In our finale, we are going to go even deeper into the first three levels and a specific construction for the conversations. So go deeper into the first three levels of conversation and a specific construction for the conversations. So you'll have even more tools. And we are taking a 5-minute break. When we return, the Empress of Faith with the energy of integrity power builder will be here with us. In the meantime, please enjoy the music from Daedrian. The time is now 6:52 p.m. Central Time. We will resume at 6:57 p.m. Central Time.
Dream, dream, dream it. Dream, and let your dreams lift you high above the problems and disappointments. Dream, and give yourself a perspective that transcends the everyday struggles. Dream, and give the power of purpose to your efforts, your words, your thoughts, and encounters. Dream, and let your dreams pull you in the direction of your highest vision. Dream, and provide reason and means to expect the best in whatever you undertake. Dream with the commitment necessary to fulfill your dreams and recharge your life with excellence of your own choosing. Dream, and connect your dreams to the actions you must take, to the responsibilities you must honor. Enable your dreams to remind you why and to renew your energy. Dream, for there's a person inside who cares deeply about many things. Dream, and follow those dreams, because your love for life is one of a kind and deserves full expression. Dream, dream, dream it until you do it. Then dream again and pull all of life higher along with you. It's just that old high that kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. We funkin' all night long. It's just that Ohio funk, baby. That kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. That's some strong funk. We funkin' all night long. 1 into the 2 into the 3 into the 4. Ohio Midwest knocking at your door. 5 into the 6 into the 7 to the 8. Sprinkle some funk in this motherfucking place. Ohio, let's show them how funky we can get. Funky like an afro without a pick. Don't hold back the feeling. Bust the load. It's just that funk taking over control. It's just that Ohio funk. That kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. That's a strong funk. We funkin' all night long. It's just that Ohio funk. Ohio, baby. That kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. That's a strong funk. We funkin' all night long. Hey, that funk is me. Ain't no joke, and if you can't handle it, you're bound to choke. I look in the mirror and ask, what did you see? Every fly left but the funk in me. Then I said, mirror, mirror on the wall, how much funk do I have after all? Funky like collard greens and pinto beans. Funky like armpits and sweaty jeans. It's just that Ohio funk. Ohio. That kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. That's some strong funk. We funkin' all night long. It's just that Ohio funk, baby. That kind you pack in the trunk. This funk is really strong. That's some strong funk. We funkin' all night long. Cincinnati, funkin' all night. Cleveland, funkin' all night long. Dayton, funkin' all night. Columbus, funkin' all night long. Toledo, funkin' all night. Akron, funkin' all night long. Ohio, funkin' all night. The Midwest, funkin' all night long. It's just that Ohio funk.
All right, welcome back from the break. And we are passing this over to the Empress of No, I mean, the Empress of Faith, uh, Diva Nakia, over to you.
All right. I love that. So let's get busy with some energy, integrity, and a power builder. So welcome back. We're going to review the basic building block of energy and transformation, which is integrity. Now, before we review, here is our empowerment message. Challenges in front of you. Now, get this. Don't drag old troubles along from when? Yesterday. Don't borrow imagined troubles from tomorrow. I don't think you got it. Don't drag old troubles along from yesterday. Don't borrow imagined troubles from tomorrow. Focus on the challenges in front of you. Work on the affairs in which you can make a positive difference. Cleanse your awareness of the things you can't do anything about. Enable yourself to direct all of your energy towards making meaningful progress. Rise above any disappointment you may have been holding on to. What matters most now are the good things you can do to move forward and move life forward. Now let go of the need to impress. I know y'all want to impress me. It's okay, but it's not necessary, not required. Oh, my bad. You weren't talking about me. Now, let go of the need to impress. Let go of any worries about what others will think. Replace them with confidence that your actions are good, valuable, and productive, right for you and right for your world. Wow. Whew. Okay. Offer full attention and persistence. Offer full attention and persistent action. One more time. Offer full attention and persistent action to the challenges in front of you and opportunities they represent. Now, okay, reap the rewards of focusing your power where it matters most. So there were your rewards there. Reap the rewards of focusing your power where it matters most. Okay. Ooh, that was good. That was a good loosening up. Yeah. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to borrow a distinction for integrity that we align with. Integrity, the state of being whole and complete, honoring one's word as one's self, going beyond well-being at a basic level requires extraordinary integrity. In going beyond well-being, we want to be relentless in our pursuit to find areas where the integrity is going out or it's leaking. Drip, 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 drip. I hear a leak. Now, one way we access the leaks is to look at where we have complaints that will not disappear. Oh, how familiar. So, guess what? We have an assignment. Yippee! Okay, everybody, pens, pencils, paper in hand. Are you ready to go? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's football season. Woo! Now, create the following categories. Romance, all you women and all you men out there talking about your husband, wives, and partners and the such. Romance is the first category. Opportunity, entrepreneurs, like-minded people, go-getters, those that are striving to be more than they've ever imagined. Opportunity awaits. That's the second category. Adventure, to all of you that are not afraid to climb mountains, swim deep in the ocean, touch the sharks. I'm not playing with y'all. But those that are adventurous and not afraid to try something new, different, or otherwise, adventure is a third category. But just know you can be a part of all three, and it's all good with me. So, under each of those categories, romance, opportunity, and adventure, answer this question. You've had time to write it down. What do I desire that I do not have or is not at the level of fulfillment that I, as in you, seek? What do I desire that I do not have or is not at the level of fulfillment that I seek? That is the question you ask yourself regarding romance, opportunity, and adventure. Now, next, under each response, answer this question. What have I, as in you, been resisting? Man, what have I been putting up with? Dang, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. What have I been trying to change? Or giving up on anything ever happening. Man, nothing's going to ever happen. And I complain or suffer in silence. What have I been resisting, putting up with, trying to change, or giving up anything ever happening
and I complain or suffer in silence? You want to answer that question under each of those responses. Okay, now, staying in the conversation. Keep a daily log or post daily on Facebook any results or insights. Please share with the Prosperous Divas. I look forward to hearing your new insights, your progress, and anything that has opened up for you. Diva Nikki, my love, princess, over to you.
What? Okay. Well, this has been an awesome session. And before we go, let me check in with the divas and get their final thoughts about the session. But before I do that, I want to say, my divas tonight, I love how each and every last one of y'all and Devo/gent, I love how each and every one of y'all showed up in the session tonight. Diva Janice, still over there in Beijing, checking in from Beijing. Okay, Diva Nikia, your final thoughts on tonight's session.
My final thoughts are, wow. Y'all have no idea of the day that I experienced. And I came creating and declaring, and I'm so present to what I was not present to before the conversation. And I'm more empowered than I was before the conversation. And I've declared in my life that I did not and declare or decree before the conversation. So just know, as I have once again and or just discovered for self, that no matter what you ever encounter, who you are being in the moment and who you declare yourself to be and show yourself up to be is all that matters. Not that moment 5 seconds before, 5 minutes ago, or 5 hours ago. But in that very moment, that instant, who you declare, who I declare, decide that I'm going to be and how I'm going to be present and present myself is all that matters. And if it's in line with who I am purposed to be, then all will turn out just fine, more than fine, and amazing, a wow ending for me.
Thank you. Diva Jacqueline, unmute your phone so you can tell us.
That was great. Even the kid, that was great. Yeah, this session has been so powerful. I have so much to say right now, except I'm excited to make some bold requests. And to work on my assignment with that in mind this week.
Okay. Well, we know that that's going to be powerful with your bold requests and all. Diva Robin, I'm sure you're already unmuted and ready to go.
That's right.
I know it.
I remember I made that commitment that I would be unmuted when I was supposed to be unmuted. It's made it very easy since then. I made a declaration, and I'm living out of that declaration. Listen, you can make little declarations too. Yeah. Anyway, the truth is, all I have to say about this is wow, and the truth is, I'm complete for this session. I'm thrilled. incomplete.
Okay. We love it. Thank you. Devo Ronnie.
Wow. Amazing session. and and just really um Diva Janice likes she uses the term rich, and I get where she's coming from when she says something that's just been so rich. And hey, and I'm like, wow, I hate wouldn't have been, because this would have been one where she would have said super rich.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is that kind of rich you get in trouble with, where you go, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. I know it's rich, but yum, 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 yum. So uh, uh, the level of sharing, and I just want to point this thing out. Uh, we continually express that we are in the course with everyone else, that we're
Mhm.
not bestowing our great knowledge and wisdom upon you. We are in the conversation as deep as anyone else is, and that's constantly having us look at uh, our stops, our limitations, what we thought was possible, and where we've stagnated. And I love what Diva Nikki said a few weeks ago. The demons of complacency. Oh,
Mm.
where is and,
Hate them demons.
yeah, and everyone here, and I dare say most of the listeners are pretty much accomplished people who are up to something. Like, you're not listening to this seminar because you want to kick back and eat bonbons. Well, you may be, but more than likely you're up to something somewhere in your life. So this is the cream of the crop, and uh, we're chipping away and shining lights into what has been hidden from our view, so that we can grow and expand. So that's what I'm present to. And again, amazing, rich, 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 rich.
Mm. Well said.
Indeed. Thank you. Well, we honor each person participating in our seminars. And we know if you are listening to us and doing the work, you are forwarding the day when all women can live to their fullest potential, fully self-expressed, and with the dignity they deserve. We honor the challenges you face, whether it is being a great mom or opening your first business. Your courage and determination keeps us strong. Your sharing has us stay straight and do the work. Structures next for existence. We have a couple of ways for you to stay in the conversation for living wealthy beyond well-being. The fun begins. Number one, being at our finale, which is Living Wealthy Beyond Well-Being. The fun begins, session 6. That is next Sunday, September the 9th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, visit prosperousdivas.com and receive our free 4-part series, Recognizing Winning Conversations That No Longer Work. Next, visiting prosperousdivas.com and receiving the Diva Inspiration, a weekly newsletter with insights into the world of prosperous thinking from Diva Nikki, Nakia, and Jackie. Also, visiting us on Facebook and posting at facebook.com/prosperous divas. Also, we are on Twitter. You can connect with us on Twitter at Prosperous Divas. Our handle actually is Divas Prosperous. Also, Diva Jackie. What is happening at MindRights365.com?
Well, I've been actually posting more on the YouTube, so definitely check out a couple of videos up there. Type in Mine Rights, WRITES 365, and you'll find me. I'm the only one. You can also subscribe to me at any of the social media outlets, Instagram, on Twitter. I'm going to start posting soon. We're mostly active on Instagram and Facebook, so join the party. We talk about a lot of information every day. It's always a lot of sharing, common minds. I also, of course, still have books available. You can order directly from me at mindrights365.com, or I'm also available on Amazon Kindle, Jacqueline Brown, JACKLYN, Brown like the color. Thank you.
Jackie Brown.
Thanks.
And you should. I am requesting that you go to my website and take a look at my books. Thank you.
Good.
Okay.
Request.
It's my practice.
Diva. That's right.
Now, Diva Janice is not here. We do miss her. And she's been in Beijing, China for an international book festival. And for you aspiring um, literary folks, you writers, check her out at power4now.com. That's power, the number 4, now.com, and hollismedia.net.
Thank you, Ronnie B. Diva Robin, any updates on what's happening in your world? So all this stuff, Robin.
Well, things are just moving forward at a startling pace in terms of my books coming out and my art, my own personally made art in the world. So please check out my work at robinjameson.com. I'm also on Facebook as Robin Goldfarb Jameson, and you can email me directly if you're interested in being coached, if you're interested in my art, or if you just want to talk about what we're up to. My email address is robinartist, ROBYNARTIST @gmail.com, or if you'd like, Robin at robinjameson.com. And I'll let you know as soon as the books are available.
All right. Thank you, Diva Robin. Diva Nakia, what is going on in your world in Pacific and appointed time for you?
Thank you, my love. So my newly updated website, appointedtimeforyou.com, is scheduled for release on September 1st. In the meantime, visit me at Appointed Time for You. Learn more about my financial services by visiting me at, let me make sure I say this correctly, as to not want to make a mistake. N Franklin, as in NFRANKLIN .41BXC at primerica.com, PRIMERICA.com. So anyone who's seeking more opportunities, looking to be a financial services representative, or just have any questions about insurance, health-related things, or otherwise finances, definitely reach out to me and stay tuned for more. Thank you.
Thank you, Diva Nakia. Well, tweet. As you all know, we are on Twitter at Prosperous Divas. You can also connect with me on social media. On Twitter, I am Miss Motherpreneur Nikki, Miss Motherpreneur Nikki. Also on Facebook at Narcissist Nikki Taplin or my personal business page, Miss Entrepreneur Nikki, for more information on wealth building and wealth ideas and business concepts. For more information, wait a minute, whoa, Ronnie B.
OldGrumpyRadio.com.
Thank you. For more information about our workshops and seminars, visit us at prosperousdivas.com. Tonight, Prosperous Divas were none other than Diva Jacqueline Brown, Diva Janet Hollis. In her absence, she
Oh, it looks like we might have had a drop in Diva Nikki's communication for some reason, but our prosperous divas are Jacqueline Brown, Janice Hollis, Robin Jameson, Nakia Franklin, and Nikki Taplin. Please enjoy the performance at the end of the seminar tonight. Prosperous Divas. Prosperity is a mindset that can be created by anyone.